Peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? How everybody feeling on this wonderful Thursday? I'm gonna give y'all about 3 to 5 minutes to tap in with the kid before I start building on this subject matter for the day, man. I'm short on time, so I might have about 45 minutes, if that. But this is a real simple topic right here, man. I just want to show y'all some things and I'm gonna elaborate, man. But y'all see the title for this particular stream, man. I'm definitely gonna explain some things and show y'all some things pertaining to the title, man. So y'all ain't left in the dark. I'm gonna break this down in about 5 minutes, but I'm gonna give y'all 3 to 5 minutes to tap in with the kid. Let me know how we living and feeling on this wonderful Thursday, man. What's the word? Talk to me before I start talking, y'all. Hey, it's real out here in the field, man. Y'all see that title? Y'all see how real it is in the field, black folks? We gotta do better out here, man. We gotta do better. We got to do better. But what's the word, man? How we living? How we feeling on this Thursday? Tap in with the kid. Let me know what the word is on y'all side of town. What's happening? What's the word on this wonderful Thursday, man? Tap in with the kid. How we living? How we feeling? Patrick, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? Magic Realms, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? Tap in, man. I got about 45 minutes, man, but we gonna build. This ain't gonna take long to make this point. Hey, Win Warman, peace. What's happening? TZ, peace for sure. Hey, I know how that go. Make that money though, Lindell. Peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? Hey, Virgil, peace. What's happening for sure? Definitely gonna. Hey, I'm gonna let them know something today. Not only am I going to let folks know, I'm gonna show y'all something too. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. And I mentioned both of these instances on one of my previous streams. So what I'm gonna show y'all is the result of two separate situations that happened in the same city. And I'm gonna just show y'all the difference. The way the white folks gonna throw money at the GoFundMe for their people, and I'm gonna show you how the black folks do it for their people. I'm just gonna show you the difference. And then I may add some other elements to the explanation as well that might go overlooked or might get overlooked. But I'm gonna break it down for sure. Give me about 2 more minutes, and we're gonna bring some stuff up on this screen, man. And we're gonna do some elaborate. MC, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling on this Thursday? Oh, hey, Jacqueline, what's happening? For sure. Hey, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm about to expose some things here, man. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better, man. We talk a good talk a lot of times, but like our actions don't back a lot of what we be saying. We gotta make sure our actions back a lot of our words. A lot of us we make it sound good. We talk very good. Got a lot of people that talk very good. But when some stuff actually starts to happen, these same people that was talking a lot, you don't see them when it comes to the action. They missing. Like for real. We gotta stop doing that, man. We gotta stop with all the talking, man. The talking is cool for a starting point, but at some point, that talking has to translate into some form of action. If we really want to be liberated, if we really want freedom, part of us liberating ourselves, part of us freeing ourselves from this system, from oppression, from evil, from wickedness, is us supporting one another. That's part of it. There's not going to be any liberating or liberation or freedom if we don't support one another, if we don't help each other out. There's no way we can liberate ourselves. There's no way we can create a system for ourselves that's better than the one we are currently in if we don't support one another, if we don't help each other out in dire need, in dire times. Beast by Bless Zone out. What's happening? But it's at the 5-minute mark. I'm going to get right to the point here. If y'all remember several streams ago, I talked about two situations that happened in the city where I reside, in the city where I'm from, St. Louis. The first situation involves two young teens, young female teens, and they had a fight. It wasn't during school hours, so I think they was about 15, 16. So you got two young females, young teens. You have a black one, and you have a black girl, and you have a white girl. They fight outside of school hours. These are high schoolers now, and they fight outside of school hours when school is over. They have a fight. Soon as this fight starts, from what I saw the video, from what I saw, it looked as if the white girl initiated the first punch. Like she threw the first punch. That's what I saw. I could be wrong. So soon as this fight starts, white girl throws the punch, boom, black girl goes into full, like she goes in. She slams the white girl to the ground, boom, and she starts to slam her head on the concrete, maybe like 2 or 3 times, maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't remember how many times. But that severely injured the young white girl to the point where she started having a seizure right there in the middle of the street. And instead of folks helping the white girl, they continued to fight. It was like a big brawl going on. So these two young teens were not the only ones fighting. It was like a group fight. But the highlight was on them. Because again, the black girl took her, slammed her to the ground, took her head, slammed her on the concrete 3 or 4 times. The white girl started having a seizure right there in the middle of the street. Everybody kept fighting. Then they eventually found a young black girl. They then locked her up, or they arrested her and locked her up. So that sounds wicked, right? That sounds crazy. It sounds like, okay, yeah, go get the black girl, lock her up. Because the white girl, she hasn't died yet. Or she hasn't died. I don't want to say yet, but she hasn't died. But she has, I think they said it's severe brain bleeding. And I know it's, fractured her skull. And I think it's something else. But I think it's, what was it? Severe brain bleeding, cracking up like a fracture of the skull. And it was like a third thing. I can't remember. But she's going to have severe brain damage. Even if she comes out of this thing alive, don't sound too promising. So this sounds like something cut and dry. Black girl go full savage mode, slam her head on the concrete. Severe brain damage, about killed this white girl. Lock her up. That's what it sounds like, right? Well, before they actually gave us these details that I'm about to supply to y'all, now this is all allegedly. I'm not giving y'all this information like it's some facts. This is all allegedly. But I did receive information prior to them explaining like the backstory behind this fight. I got information from 2 different sources that said this white chick and her boyfriend, I think they said she dated or dates a black boy. Apparently, they had been bullying this young black girl. They had been bullying her. And I heard they had even fought her before, like they jumped her. This is all what I heard. This is allegedly. So this one, the young white girl and the black boyfriend, and it might be some other parties involved. Apparently, they had been bullying this young black girl. They done fought her, just harassing her, all of this type of stuff. And then I also heard that the white girl and I think the boyfriend were suspended on this particular day where the fight happened. And I heard they took an Uber up to wherever they met up at to have this fight. So they took an Uber to go fight the black chick. And apparently or allegedly, the black chick didn't even think that she was going to be having a fight that day. Like she wasn't in fight mode. So it sounds like they kind of bum rushed her with this whole, you know what I'm saying? It's like they bum rushed, they snuck up on her. So then they took the Uber up to wherever they met up at for the fight. And then what transpired. So now when you add this to the mix, you had the black, now the family of the young black girl, they tried to start a GoFundMe, you know, for legal fees because they said it's more to the story. All y'all seeing is my daughter slamming her head on the concrete, but they not seeing the backstory. They're not hearing the backstory of how the white girl and the boyfriend was bullying her prior to this. Now, mind you, we not excusing the actions of the young black girl slamming her head on the concrete. She could have left it at when she slammed her to the ground. She had some size on her, so she ain't had to go hard like that. So we get that. But when these young white teens or young white men and sometimes women, when they have mental health issues, when they have been bullied, and they respond by shooting up schools, shooting up movie theaters, the media tries to portray that in a light to where they want us to have sympathy for those individuals. Y'all know where I'm going with this. When you have a young white boy that shot up a school, shot up a movie theater, the media tries to go find a family member. Oh, I can't believe such and such would do that, or he used to be bullied back in the day, or he has mental health issues. They try to make you feel sorry for the individual so that we can excuse the actions. So now we got this situation in reverse. This young black girl has been getting bullied allegedly, but I heard this from some very respected sources. But I got to say allegedly, because I'm not about to act like this is something that has been confirmed fully, even though there are some articles going around saying that this is what indeed happened. But now you got this whole situation in reverse to where you got the black girl that was getting bullied and she done responded and she done just about killed this white girl. They should not have been messing with this black girl if this was the case. They should not have been bullying her. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if somebody has been messing with me, if I done got jumped, by some folks, and these folks just constantly messing with me, and then they not even, like, they suspended from school, and then I'm walking home from school or whatever it is, or I'm in the neighborhood, and I see them get out the Uber. I don't know about y'all, but I'm in protect myself mode. If I see some folks that's been bullying me for however long, and I'm just minding my business trying to make it to the crib, I ain't bothering nobody, and I see them get out of a car, hey, they deserve whatever is coming to them. I wasn't going out of my way looking for a fight. They didn't pull it up out of nowhere on me to come and fight me. I'm going to assume because we not cool. So if I see the bullies hop out the Uber, hop out the car, whatever, and I'm trying to make it to the crib, well, now I feel like my life is in danger. I don't know about y'all, especially in 2024, the way people fight these days. So now I'm thinking my life is in danger. So I'm going to fight as if my life is in danger. And there is no telling what I would do. So if I perceive a threat and they are coming to fight me, I can't make any promises that I'm going to be able to control this aggression that's about to come out. You can tell, like, when these type of situations start happening, you can tell who used to be in fights back in the day and who didn't. Because I don't know if you all have ever been in a fight when you really thought your life was in danger. But man, you might scare yourself with what you are capable of doing to somebody when you feel like your life is in danger and you fighting for your life. Or you feel like even before the fight starts, you feel like this thing can go in a weird direction. I don't know if y'all have ever been in situations like that, but I done been in a few of those situations, man. Hey, straight up, if I'm not going out of my way looking for a fight, and I see the enemies, or as the kids say, the ops pull up on me, hey, whatever y'all get, y'all deserve it from me. And I can't make no promises. I'm about to black out because I don't trust the situation. My life is in danger. I'm just trying to make it to the crib. I'm gonna make it to this crib. You know, if it's either me or them, I'm gonna choose me every time. I'm making it to this crib by any means necessary. So whatever I got to do to make it to the crib, or whatever I got to do to stay alive, I'm staying alive. So I feel like the young black girl was in that type of mode. That's why I wasn't quick to judge the video. I'm like, it ain't no way. Y'all not about to make me quickly put my folks in that savage box. There ain't no way she just slamming this little white girl head on this concrete for just no reason, like she just that angry. No, it's some more to that. There ain't no way. There is no reason why I'm just gonna take somebody's head and be slamming it up on some concrete, and it ain't no backstory to it. Ain't no way. So I said I need to wait for some more information to come out, and the information is coming out, and it's looking like the white girl is not so innocent. And that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying she deserves to die. I'm just saying don't look like she was all that innocent in this situation. And we got to deal with that reality. So that situation happened. The second situation I mentioned involves a young black boy, about 14. Now, I don't know all the details behind the fight. Now, I also saw a video here, but it didn't necessarily show the status. So you got the 14-year-old. Whoa, video is playing, but you got the 14-year-old young boy. I think his name was Justin Brooks. Hold on, yeah, Justin Brooks. And this again, they were in middle school, so he was like an 8th grader. So this happened once again after school. Of course, they walking home from school, and a fight breaks out. So I think before the fight even really gets, before they really get to throwing them hands, somebody pulls out a knife and stabs 14-year-old Justin Brooks in the chest, I believe. And he ended up dying. He ended up dying from that stab wound. He ended up dying from that. I've heard that it was an 18-year-old young man that stabbed him. I don't know if this has been confirmed, but that's what I heard. But you got a situation where it was a fight that broke out, and before the hands could even get thrown, somebody pulls out a knife, stabs the young bull in the chest, and then he dies. And again, I heard it was an 18-year-old. 18-year-old stabbing a 14-year-old. That's wild if that's an actual fact. Even if it was another 14-year-old, that's still wild. And I also heard prior to that fight where he got stabbed, I think they said the day before, there was a fight also involving, I think, the same parties. And the way I piece it together, if you pull out a knife and stab young bull in the chest, and y'all just had a fight the day before, I'm going to go out on the limb and say he got the best of whomever. And they came back with a vengeance. So we fought yesterday. I got the best of you. Now y'all confront me today. Now you pull out the knife on me because I got you yesterday, and you don't think it's a fair fight if we just using hands. So you pull out the knife and you stab. And young Justin Brooks ended up losing his life. Now, so you got two separate situations. The 14-year-old Justin Brooks gets stabbed in the chest. He dies. Then you got the young black girl and the white girl fighting, and the young white girl, her name is like Kaylee Gain. Her head gets slammed on the concrete 3 or 4 times. She's hospitalized, severe brain damage and head trauma. So she's still fighting for her life. So two separate situations. Now let me show y'all something. Let me go ahead and share this screen now. Let me go ahead. Let me share this screen. Let's share the screen. Now let me show y'all some things real quick. Let me share the screen. Boom. All right, we got the screen shared here. Here we go. Let me see. All right, boom. So look at that. GoFundMe number one. This was the first scenario. This is the first situation that I explained. This is the young white teen, Kaylee Gang. She's currently fighting for her life. They had to go to raise $500,000. Look where they are currently at. $378,000, like $378,524. So $378,524. That's where they at right now. Now, when did this GoFundMe get created? Created March 12th, right? This is 9 days. This is 21st. It's been 9 days since this GoFundMe has been created, and they have raised $378,524 for her road to recovery. And hey, congratulations. I'm not mad at that. Now, let's take a look at the GoFundMe that was created by the mother of young Justin Brooks, who was stabbed and killed. Look at that. Look at that. $7,837. And all we doing is trying to raise $20,000. Now, I've already donated to this cause. So again, I'm not just talking crazy. I donated what I could donate at the time. And I'm gonna try to donate some more. But the young bull stabbed in the chest and was killed. So far, we only got $7,837 out of $20,000. It was created 4 days ago. But it did not take long. It didn't take long for the white side to raise over $300,000, over $350,000. We struggling to get to $10,000. Like, look at the difference here, man. And these situations didn't happen too far apart from each other. Like, they did not happen too far apart from each other. Like, look at this, $7,837 versus $378,524. You got 8,400 donations on that side. You got 210 donations on this side. This is crazy. The young bull then already lost his life. She's fighting for her life. She's still alive right now. He lost his life. Life is over for the 14-year-old. No chance of him waking up out of a coma. There's no chance. He's gone. You know what I mean? He's gone. We get 7,000. 7,000. That's versus 378,000. Crazy. Please, matter of fact, let me just keep this up. Man, if y'all got any type of funds available, man, go find this GoFundMe. Listen, go find this GoFundMe and donate something to this GoFundMe. Man, come on. Like, it is not that serious. Man, if you can only donate $1 to the GoFundMe, donate something. This is ridiculous, man. Look how one community takes care of their own versus the other community. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous in my eyes. I didn't try to share this several times on Facebook because it's ridiculous, man. This number should be way higher, man. The young boy lost his life over some nonsense. Man. Like, some nonsense. Seriously, raise that money. Any type of donation to be helpful with that, man. I ain't donate much, but hey, I donated what I could at the time. Man, just donate, though. Just donate. He killed. And killed in Jennings, man. Like, I grew up right around the corner from where all this happened. You know what I mean? So, like, this hits close to home for the kid. I didn't walk those streets many a times. You know, I didn't. Come on now. It's ridiculous, man. Y'all see the discrepancy. Y'all see the, please, I'm trying to keep this on the screen as long as possible so y'all can see what the GoFundMe looks like. I might have to put the link in the description box and all that, but we have got to raise more money than this, man. Got to raise more money for this cause, man. How we gonna let them outdo us? Look at that, man. 378,000. And if I refresh, this is probably more. Okay, cool. There it is. It's still the same. But go find this GoFundMe, man. Justin Brooks, man. Just type in. What can you actually type in, man? You can type in Justin Brooks Jennings GoFundMe. That's what you type in. Go to Google, type in Justin Brooks Jennings GoFundMe. First link, there you go. First link, there it is. Type that in, man, and get the donate, man, because that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. But I'm gonna definitely, let me get back to the screen. But I'm gonna definitely put that description in the box, man. Hey, we trying to bring awareness and bring light to all these causes, man, because for real. Now, I'm gonna get to the role that the media plays in some of this too, though, because the media definitely plays a role in some of this as well. You know, so when the young bull got stabbed, when the young bull got stabbed, you know how the media tries to play that. Like the hoodlums out here fighting after school, and one of them just got stabbed and lost his life. So they didn't create, the energy behind the way they depicted that story was a little different than Kaylee getting her head slammed on the concrete. And then they painted, you know what I'm saying? They painted the young black girl in a very vicious light. You know what I mean? They painted her in a very vicious light, and they made you feel terribly sorry for what had happened to Kaylee. But the young bull getting stabbed, they just made it seem like, you know, the hoodlums out here having fights. One of them got stabbed in the chest and they died. So they didn't create that aura of sympathy. Like, you know, they didn't have people feeling sympathetic toward that situation. They just made it seem like this is what happens in this neck of the woods. This is what they do. And there's just another casualty. So they're not creating that sense of urgency for folks to go donate to that cause. If y'all get what I'm saying. That's the way they play it within the media. You say repeat the GoFundMe. So, yeah. Hold on. Matter of fact, we present the screen again. I just share that screen. I'm gonna show y'all the GoFundMe's again. Hold on. Wait a second. Bring them GoFundMe's back up. There it is. But this is what you Google. This is what you type in to find the Young Bulls GoFundMe. Justin Brooks Jennings GoFundMe. And this should be the very first one that popped up. A 14-year-old stabbed and killed in Jennings. And this is what the GoFundMe, like, you know, people, it'd be a lot of fraudulent GoFundMe accounts. So this is what it should look like. You should see Monica Green. That's the mother of the young bull. So you see Monica Green, you see this photo, you see 14-year-old stabbed and killed in Jennings. That's the GoFundMe. And right now we at 7,000 versus, again, 378,000 on the white side of town. I'm just trying to bring more awareness to this particular situation, man, because I feel like the amount should be a little bit higher. That's honestly what I feel like. I feel like that amount should be a lot higher, man. 7,000, really? After the young bull was stabbed over some nonsense. Like, let's raise that up. Let's raise it up. Let's raise that number up. You know, this is my contribution, you know, to society. Raise that number up, man. Help them out. You know, we could get on here and talk about, oh, folks should have life insurance policies. Woo, woo, woo. Nobody got time for that. This ain't the time for that. We got to stop. Sometimes we just got to stop doing things like that and just deal with the reality of the situation. You know, if I lost a son and I didn't have life insurance policies or life insurance policy on them, the last thing I need for you to tell me is what I should have had. I didn't have it. So now I'm, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think I was going to have to bury my 14-year-old. But hey, life happens. Here we are. But you telling folks, oh man, you should have had a life insurance policy. When they didn't, it's too late. It's too late. So might as well save all of that. Save that conversation. And black folk, we good for doing that. Oh man, they should have had this. They shouldn't have to be making no GoFundMes. Well, they are doing it. You either gonna support it or you not. But criticizing that situation, pointless, man. No need to do that. Either you're going to support the GoFundMe, either you're going to donate to that or you not. But saying all that nonsense, say that for the birds. Say that for the birds. We got to do a better job of looking out for our own, and I'm going to see to it that we do it. I don't know the family. Like this doesn't, I'm not going to say this doesn't benefit me, but this ain't like, I don't know the mother. I didn't know the young bull. I'm just doing this because this is what needs to be done, I feel. Yeah, I don't know anybody in on their side of the family. I don't know anybody over there. But I'm just doing it because it needs to be done. For real. So, hey, again, go find that GoFundMe. Justin Brooks, 14-year-old stabbed in Jennings, man, and donate something. Like I said, I don't even care if you donate 50 cents. Donate something. Donate something to that cause, man. We gotta spike that number up for real. Because that's an unfortunate situation, man. Young 14-year-old shouldn't have to lose his life like that. And again, I don't know what they was fighting over. I don't know what they was fighting for. But it sounds like some lame nonsense, man. You pull out the knife on the young bull, man, and he's trying to fight. It wasn't like the young bull had a weapon from what I've heard. It wasn't like he had a weapon, you know, so he was trying to fight you fair and square, and you pull out the knife, and now he done lost his life. That's lame. So I'm definitely gonna donate something to that type of cause. Like, man, come on. It's lame. You shouldn't have to lose your life because people can't take L's. Because folks don't know how to take L's. Now I gotta lose my life. You know, folks can't fight. Little dudes can't fight. Now I got to lose my life. Cause you soft. Come on now. Like you soft, I gotta lose my life. That's the type of world we live in, man. You little dudes, man, can't take L's, they can't fight. And that's a recipe for I'm gonna use some weapons. I'm gonna either bring a gun or I'm gonna bring this knife. You know, when I don't know how to take an L and when I can't fight, when you got some young bulls like that in this day and time, or in these days and times, that's a recipe, that's a formula for weapons. You use this gun, use this knife. Because I can't fight and I can't take an L. Back in my day, you still had guns, you still had folks that did some of these things, but for the most part, we was able to have fights back in the day. If you took your L, you took your L. And maybe you tried to get a rematch. But it wasn't, oh man, I took, and this dude gonna beat me up like that. And man, let me go get this knife, let me kill him. Man, sometimes you will fight and then y'all will be cool. That's the type of time I grew up with, man. We fight and we got mutual respect for each other. Like we threw some hands, man. It was a good little fight, man. And man, now I respect you. You didn't back down. You took the L, whatever the case may be. You know, you fought. You didn't run, man. Now I got respect for you. That's how this thing went back in the day. Nowadays, it ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. Fighting used to be a thing, fam. If we had a problem, we used to could fight and not have to worry about losing our lives. Fair and square fight. We gonna fight. There ain't gonna be no jumping. You know, we gonna create the circle, and the two people with the problem have the fight. And then we shake hands and we dap it up after the fact. Good fight, man. Boom. You got me this time. Hey, maybe next time. That's how things used to get settled back in the day. Now, of course, you still had a few loose cannons who might pull out the weapon and cause problems. But the norm was back in the day, we're going to fight to settle these problems. Nowadays, no. So nowadays, it ain't even worth it ain't even really worth fighting nowadays, because you just never know what's gonna happen. It's not even worth it. It ain't even worth it these days, man. If you get in a fight now, man, it's too much you got to be looking out for. It's too much you got to be looking out for, man. It's too much that could go wrong in this situation. Hey, Curtis, for sure. Hey, no problem, man. I'm always bringing awareness and light to these type of situations. There probably isn't one video bringing light to this particular situation. I'm sure of that. So I hope enough people see it, man, to where we get them donations cracking for the young boy, man, for real. Like I'm gonna do my job, man. I'm gonna do my job for sure. Hey, y'all done went and donated. Hey, the numbers already going up. See, that's what we talking about. That's all it takes. Bring awareness to that situation, fam. Bring awareness to it. Hey, 777, man. So yeah, the fun boys, gotta watch out for them. Gotta watch out for them for sure. They can't take the L, so hey, let me go and kill them real quick. And Blaze, I'm trying to tell you. And the crazy part is, sometimes, man, that's the hardest thing to do. Like, depending on the situation. But sometimes it's the wisest thing you can do is just walk away. As hard as that may be sometimes, man, especially depending on your background. You know, some people come from a background of, hey, man, it wasn't nothing to fight. But adjusting and adapting to the times, it's like, man, sometimes you just got to learn how to, like, man, this ain't, we're going to choose our battle wisely in this one, man. We're going to go and walk away because it ain't even worth it. This might not end well. And it might not end well from a perspective of you might end up killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? Not just you getting killed. Like, you might have something on you that you got to use that you don't want to use. You know? Man, Jacqueline, the adult, that's a good question. I don't know. Like, when I watched the video, I didn't see many adults. So I don't even know. But, you know, also in that, to elaborate on that, you know, I just remember back in the day, like when I'm middle school, I used to have to walk to the crib. Like, it wasn't many adults outside, you know, wasn't many adults when we got out of school. Unfortunately, the way the world is set up for black folks, like a lot of our parents was at work. You know, so when I'm in middle school, high school, like a lot of times, man, the parents at work because they got to be. You know, when you go to white neighborhoods, their living situation is a tad bit different. You know, their living situation is a tad bit different. There might be more of an ability for a lot of those parents to be in the neighborhood at certain times versus in the black community with folks having to work 2-3 jobs and all that. Man, I was at the crib by myself a lot when school was out. You know, so it wasn't a lot of adult supervision when I was getting out of school, middle school, high school, even elementary school. You know, so when I had to walk to and from school in the 8th grade, I can't tell you where none of the parents were at the time, other than work for a lot of them. They was at work. So when you got stuff like that, it's some stuff liable to jump off. And then also, especially in these days and times, some of these parents worse than the kids. Some of these parents be worse than the kids. So I've seen that. Logic on Lockdown, peace, what's happening? You know, I've seen that more than enough times. Like, these parents out here, man, be encouraging their kids to do all type of stuff, man. Now that's crazy. But I've seen that too. So when you got the parents that are out here, they don't make it any better sometimes. And some of these parents are responsible. Now, not in these two particular situations. I'm not speaking on that. I'm just speaking in general, but sometimes some of these parents are responsible for their children getting harmed, getting killed. I've read a lot of cases like that. You know, where the parent is responsible for pushing their kid out into that atmosphere, getting them killed, getting them harmed. So you got to also watch that, especially in 2024. A lot of these parents don't have their heads on straight. You know, and when you got that type of situation going on, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So if mama head ain't on straight and I'm living with mama, hey, my head not going to be on straight 80% of the time. So if mama out here acting the fool, I'm probably right beside her acting the fool, because I'm not gonna let nobody harm my mama. So my mama out here acting the fool, I gotta protect my mama. So now I'm out here acting the fool. So you got both of us out here acting the fool. Something bad is gonna happen. Something bad is gonna transpire from that. When you got everybody acting the fool, Pop's acting the fool. Now I'm out here acting the fool. You know, but a lot of times, unfortunately, and we just got to give the facts. A lot of times, when these kids are out here acting a fool, especially when it's a young boy, he's coming from that single mother background. And that's just the unfortunate reality. So when you see a young boy that's just in and out of trouble, most of the time there is no father figure. Like this is common sense now. But most of the time there is no father figure present. You know, so when you got the young bull in and out of trouble, man, can't get his head on straight, just always out here fighting, starting nonsense, single mother. Most of the time. Not saying that it's not a possibility for that to happen when you have both parents in the crib or a single father, but for the most part, when you find a situation like that, it is a single mother household. And the young boy doesn't have a prominent male figure or role model in his life. So now he turns to the streets, and that's never good. You know, so that's the case a lot of times, especially with the young black boys, that no father figure, man. Even with some of the young black, even with some of the young black girls, when they out here acting crazy, when they out here going wild, no father figure. No father figure. You know, so that the role of a father, we got to understand, when you studying all traditions and all systems, they gonna tell you that the masculine energy, the masculine role deals with discipline. So part of our role, like our natural role, is to instill discipline. You know, so you see, just analyzing the world, just analyzing how life is, you see that reality without somebody having to tell you that. When the man is missing, there tends to be a lack of discipline. It tends to be a lack of discipline. And this is just how it naturally goes. Like, you don't need nobody really have to tell you that. You can just analyze it. You have to analyze it. All you got to do is analyze it. Look at the reality. Yeah, Curtis, I saw that. I ain't even know that part until I read it when I first tapped into the GoFundMe. That's why I really was like, man, let me go ahead and let me donate, because that's wild. Oh, Patrick, for sure. And yeah, hey, 777, hey, and I already know. And a lot of times and unfortunately that be happening a lot of the times, man. And I hate to see that. You know, I hate to see that when some of these single mothers use a child as a tool, as a weapon. Like, don't do that, man. Like, don't do that. I know personal situations where I've seen that firsthand. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that, man. That's like, you deserve the worst of the worst, man, when you use a kid as a tool and use a kid as a weapon to get back at somebody. Man, if you do that, you should be locked up. Like, straight up. I feel like people that do that should be locked up. You are the scum of the earth, man, when you operating like that. Scum of the earth. Scum of the earth when you use a kid as a tool. When you use a kid as a weapon to get back at the fight. Like, come on, man. Anytime you don't do what's in the best interest of the kid, you foul. You mad because somebody moved on. You mad because something didn't work out. Whatever the case may be. Don't use the kids though, fam. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that. Because at the end of the day, the kid is going to suffer more than anybody. The kid is going to suffer more than anybody. I've seen this firsthand. The kid suffers more than anybody. When you use the kid as a tool and a weapon, the kid suffers more than anybody. So just don't do that, man. Like, just don't use the kid, man. Don't use the kid as a tool, man. Your kid is not a tool. Your kid is not a weapon. Straight up, man. If the situation ain't work out, y'all gotta come together and do what's in the best interest of the child, man. And that's it. Could really be that simple. Life could really be that simple, man. We make this stuff more complicated. Life could really be simple, man. But we complicate it. Man, Dominique, that's crazy. It always comes back, man. Always, man, for real. But folks, man, just please stop using the kids, man. Please. Stuff do not be that serious, man. Kids don't deserve to be put in them type of positions, man. Just unnecessary positions y'all putting these kids in, man. Just stressing them out. Kids 9, 10, man, just stressed out, man, because you using them as a tool, using them as a weapon. And then some of them grow up and start really peeping things for what they are. Now they hate you. And now you sad. You shouldn't have never put them in that position. You should have never used them as a tool. These kids ain't dumb. They're going to start figuring things out. They might figure it out immediately, but eventually they're going to figure out what's happening. And once they figure it out, they don't want to have nothing to do with you. And you're going to sit there boo-boo crying. No, you created that. You created that environment. You created that. You deserve everything that comes back to you. So if you using your kid as a tool and your kid finds out, you deserve all that energy. Straight up. Dominique, exactly. Yeah, when the kids start peeping game in regards to what's happening, they disobedient, they disrespectful, they this and that. And all they doing is peeping game and calling it out. And then now when you tell them they disrespectful for doing that, now they suppressing all of those emotions and feelings. So now they won't say anything. And that's not good. So they got all this suppressed rage, and then it eventually comes out, and y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. You know, I didn't been there, just suppressing energy. Then when it finally comes out, it's never pretty, it's never good. You know, that's the worst thing you could do, is just have all that pent up rage, that pent up frustration, that pent up anger, because it's going to eventually come out. You are going to eventually explode. There's nobody that's going to pent up all that anger and aggression and it never comes out. It's always going to come out. It's always going to come out. And when it comes out, you lose control. And that's not a good position to be in. Losing control and blacking out. I don't know if you all have ever blacked out and lost control like that, but that's not a good state of mind to be in, because all it takes is for a split second for you to do the wrong thing, and now you have completely destroyed your life. All it takes is a split second. All it takes is that one wrong move and your life is over with. So when you black out, when you completely lose it, that's not a good state to be in, man. And that's what happens when you suppress all that aggression and it comes out. When it comes out, it's over with. You know, you just got to hope nothing bad happens when it comes out. You just got to hope that somebody can calm you down. You can calm yourself down, because really it ain't nobody else is calming you down. You got to calm yourself down when you reach that state. And you just got to hope you just don't do nothing stupid. That's all you got. At that point, all you got is hope. That's all you got at that point, man. All we got is hope. Like, I mean, I done blacked out. I done lost it. This aggression that came out. Man, I hope I don't do something. I hope I don't harm anybody. That's all you got. Man, Dominique, that's wild. That's wild. And man. And see, people, that's why I don't like, that's why with those situations, I don't necessarily judge people the way most people judge them in those type of situations. Like, we be so quick to read a story and be like, man, they killed who and they did what? Oh, they a savage, they a demon. Now, again, I'm never excusing what a person did, but it's like, man, when you tap into their life, like, then you understand why what happened. And then I use that as a lesson going forward to teach the youth. You know, so you got some situations, some trauma from your past that's unresolved. And you just a ticking time bomb. You know, so you might be in a relationship, man, and you have some family trauma from the past that you never dealt with, and you just keep suppressing it. Then one day your girl sneezes wrong, and that just sets you off. That's normally how I go. When you got a lot of pent up aggression, the thing that actually sets you off is going to be small. It's going to be small. It ain't going to have anything to do with why you really upset. It's going to be something light, something small. Somebody that sneezed wrong, and now you going off now. That was the last straw. You know, when you pin up a lot of that aggression, when you suppress a lot of that aggression, it comes out. When it comes out, it's going to come out for something that people going to be like, man, he got mad over what? Nah, man, that's not the original thing that made him upset. And somebody, man, the way they looked, they walked in the door, slammed the door too hard. Now I'm going off. That's all that pent up rage. That's all that pent up aggression. At any moment, you can lose it. So I don't recommend walking around in that state at all. I've been there, done that. I've always spoken about my anger and rage and aggression. I don't recommend walking around with that, because it don't take much to set a person off that's angry. You know, that's walking around with that pent up aggression. I'm trying to tell you, smallest things will make you just tick. Smallest things, man, just small things. The way somebody breathing, like just anything, you just find fault in anything. You looking for a reason to go crazy. You're looking for a reason to snap. You know, and you're gonna rationalize it in your mind. Anybody that has ever dealt with anger knows what I'm talking about. Like, you looking for a reason, man. You looking for a reason to be annoyed and irritated, you know? So that one little small thing, man, finna set you off. And now we got a whole problem. Because somebody shut the door wrong and you done spazzed out and somebody hospitalized. But that all stemmed from whatever happened to you when you was 10 and you didn't address it. You know? That's how that ends up going. But y'all, man, hey, I said I ain't have much time today. Only had about 45 minutes. I actually went over, you know, so I got to make a move, man. I honestly just wanted to highlight that GoFundMe. Just, hey, channel y'all in that direction so y'all can donate to that Justin Brooks GoFundMe. So type in or rewind this video, but you can type in Justin Brooks 14-year-old killed in Jennings. And that GoFundMe should pop right up. You should see it's by Monica Green, which is the mother. You know, I just want to bring light to that situation, bring light to that GoFundMe so we can get more donations for it. Get them donations up, man. We can't let them raise over $300,000 for her, but then we only raising $7,000 for the young bull who was killed. Come on, man. We got to do better, though. I'm going to try to post that link in the description, though. Go to that GoFundMe, man, and raise some money, man. Raise some money for that cause, man, for real. Help the family out because they need it, for sure. You know, man, but I'm going to let y'all get back to enjoying the Thursday, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy out here. Peace.